How's it going? I have a child asleep back there. Yeah, she's asleep. My 4-year-old started vomiting yesterday and has been doing it this morning as well. So I have a sick kid in the car. I'm at Dollar General getting ready to get her some like popsicles or something. But now I'm gonna have to wake her up, and hopefully waking her up doesn't make her throw up. But anyway, so that's what I'm dealing with. Another sick kid again, and it's so cold outside. All my plants that were in the greenhouse are like dead now. I'm still hoping they come back, but they're like dead. They're inside now, obviously, you know that. But in case you didn't, reminder, my plants are inside that were in the greenhouse, but they're like dead. But we'll see. It's not looking good, but they could still come back. Well, I'm struggling today because I've had a headache since last night and it still hasn't gone away. So yesterday, after my son was out of school, me and the kids were outside and I cleaned up around that bush out there. I don't know if you remember what it looked like, but all along underneath here, it like this whole bush was like kind of hanging down like this. That's why you can kind of see a dark ring around here, because it's been like that for so long. I try to keep it trimmed, but it doesn't usually happen. And I think this is the first time I've actually got it trimmed up to the point where it was how I really wanted it. And it's looking good. And we'll see how it looks, you know, when it starts blooming. The birds are still afraid to come back over here because I think I changed the bush a little too much. So now they're like, I don't want to come over here. But I set up a couple more bird feeders that my mom sent me. And so I have all these bird feeders out here, but they're scared to come back now because the bush, you know, with it being bigger, I assume they felt safer out there. But now that I've trimmed it, they don't want to come over here, but I'm sure they'll come back. Anyway, so my head is just hurting really bad. I'm about to take more medicine. I took some last night and then I woke up this morning with a pretty bad headache. So I took some this morning and it hasn't really changed. So I'm going to take some more because it's been like 4 or 5 hours, something like that. It's in the 60s outside, so it's gorgeous. I spent so far the majority of the day inside on the couch because today was another day of having a headache, except it was way worse. And I was wondering if it was because I was trying to dial back on my anxiety medication because I don't want to have to take it anymore. So my next goal with the garden is to go through all the fence line and get all this dried up stuff down so it's more clean looking. And I'm gonna put fresh mulch like around. I don't know if it's really gonna help with the weeds too much, but I'm gonna do it.
We just have a collection of them.
Oh, okay.
So we can study them.
Okay, sorry if you can't hear me because it's a bit breezy, windy today, but I just came over here and tried to trim the apple tree up quite a bit. That's all the trimmings down there. But I didn't try to trim any of our fruit trees when we first got them. They went several years without any kind of pruning because I didn't know what I was doing. And so now it's gotten to the point, the size of it, like it shouldn't have got that tall. So now all the energy, you know, is getting drawn up there. And I want to be able to like lop it off like somewhere right in this area. But because it's so established now, I don't know the right way to go about doing that. So if there's anybody out there with advice, Because I've looked up videos and still somehow I don't have the right answer. That one's been struggling for years. I should just give up on that dang thing. And it's the same thing with the cherry tree. I went a few years without, you know, like trimming the top area. And now it's getting so tall and so established that I'm afraid to hack off like a huge limb and damage it. I don't know. But anyway, we've been out here a long time because it's so gorgeous. And there's just still so much that could be trimmed. Like, they're still crossing branches and whatnot. But it's just so much. I don't know. I just kind of wing it. We got apples one year, like tons of them. But last year we got like no apples. And I swear I read somewhere that if you pick like every single apple, the next year it won't really produce. Or something like that. And if that is what I read, it's true. Because it did not produce last year, like, at all. By the way, my greenhouse is the zipper stripped almost halfway down on one side, so it's like done for, the cover. So I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't close it up. It'll just have to stay open for now or something. I don't know. Got the fish fry going on for Friday for Lent. It's catfish. I brought my cabbages out here. Was it a mistake? Maybe. I don't know. Have I learned my lesson about bringing things out too early? No. But at this point, I don't really have much of a choice. I don't have room inside. I want to get my greenhouse built, like my permanent one, so that things are warmer and can come out here. But we're just kind of taking it a step at a time. Right now, I need some room inside, so I needed to bring these out. And for the next week and a half, it's only going to be in the 40s as the low Fahrenheit. And I think in that week and a half, that last day, it's going to dip down to like 29 or something, somewhere in there. So I will see what's going on then and see if I'll just bring the stuff in for the night or something like that. I got to keep a close eye on it. But cabbage is supposed to be able to get down to 20 degrees and be fine. But I can't always trust what it says that it should be able to handle, because inevitably my plants happen to not be able to handle what they're supposed to. So, and that's all. So I got my cabbages here. I just separated out. See, it's not holding on to water. The soil I used was way too dry, so it's not holding on to the water. It's just going straight through. I separated out my cabbages because they were getting huge, as you can see. They were getting huge. So I separated them out. And these are the pots they're going to stay in now until I put them in the garden. And the Brussels sprouts, the ones that got frozen out here, I'm pretty sure there's no coming back. They're still like looking just dead. I may replant them, but now I feel like it's getting a little late to be doing that, because Brussels sprouts take a really long time to produce the sprouts. It's been a bad couple of days. I've been trying to wean off of my anxiety medication because it never really helped anyway. It mostly, I think, just helped with depression, but I don't want to be on medication anymore if I don't have to be. And so I'm trying to wean off of it, and I don't know. I don't feel good. Lots of times I don't feel good even when I'm on my medication. So could also be the weather. I'm super freaking overwhelmed with my life right now. I don't know. Just thought I'd check in and say that I haven't been doing well. Just really overwhelmed. That's all it is, really. I'm overwhelmed with everything that needs to be done. I just got a notification that kindergarten orientation is happening very, very soon. And I realized my daughter is now going to be going to school as well. And, you know, overwhelmed about that. The garden. Getting plants started that I don't have room for. the house, mess, and my videos. Because I'm trying to like get back to doing videos again. So I have to find the time to make the videos. And so I finished a video. I'm trying to get it uploaded. Trying not to fall behind. Want to stay present in what I'm doing. And that's all for now. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to do the next best thing. So you see this level of water? Oh my goodness. That's how much it's rained over the last couple of days. Holy. Don't want to waste that water. I'm gonna have to put it in something. Okay, so I just dug out the perimeter of where I'm gonna put my greenhouse. Back here by the pine trees on the edge of our property. And we're still kind of figuring out the materials, but for the time being, I want to get started on the foundation and get it leveled out and ready for the greenhouse to go on. And now I've dug up the perimeter, and that's all I'm doing for now. I have a clear idea of where it's going, and I'll kind of figure out the foundation later, I guess. Here's the update to the Brussels sprouts. It's still not good. So I'm gonna need to restart those. I don't know if I have enough time for them to, mature now, because our cold season is very short. Like our spring cold season is very short before it goes like straight to sweltering temperatures. So, but I'll try to start some more. We'll see. Goodness gracious. I haven't filmed anything today, but I've done all kinds of stuff. I went to Menards and got an edging tool, and I also got some river rock. Did I mention any of this? I don't think I did, but got some river rock to be like the foundation for my greenhouse. I also got a couple of bags of soil to go on this first garden bed here that I'm going to plant my wheat so that it's up against the fence, because we get so much wind like we're doing today, and I don't want it to fold over like it did last year. So I'm making a thinner section, and I'm also having it up against the fence over here. So if it does fall that way, it'll, kind of lean against the fence and maybe it won't fall over completely. Today was like 70, high of 75 or something. Perfect, gorgeous, awesome, super windy. And my little greenhouse that I'm currently using until I build my permanent greenhouse is trying to blow away in the wind. So I added like double the amount of cinder blocks. I'll show you what I did. So the zipper no longer closes because it got all stripped out, and so I just permanently, wrapped it up here, and I was just going to leave this open regardless because there's no point in closing it right now. But I added double the amount of bricks and whatnot there, and I taped this to here because this part right here is what was causing the entire thing to like fly off. So I'm hoping this holds at least long enough for me to get my new greenhouse built. I've got some plants out here because it's not supposed to get below 30 for the most part, and I'm hoping it's gonna be, dang, this is crooked. I don't know, I'm rambling because I'm tired. I'm starting to dig up like here. Oh my goodness, that wind is crazy. Isn't that wind crazy? I'm gonna kind of dig down along the whole perimeter, pour the rock in, and make sure it's level for the most part. But I think when it comes to the rock, because it can shift slightly, I can, the greenhouse will shift how it needs to if it's not completely level. And then because of these high winds, I'm wondering if, not really even wondering, I pretty much plan to put something down in the foundation that can anchor the greenhouse to the ground as well, like put in a couple of posts buried in the ground or something. I really don't want to use cement because in case I need to, I don't know, move the greenhouse someday, or just, if I need to move it up, because then you have to like dig out concrete, and I don't want to do that. I'm trying to avoid using concrete, but I also don't want to put all the work into a greenhouse and then all of it is destroyed because these high winds that we get. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside now, get cleaned up. It's Fish Friday, so we're doing that. tomorrow would have been another good day to like get some work done because it's Saturday. But apparently it's supposed to rain all day, so I'm gonna just chip away at the things that need done when I can do it.